Good to see you this morning. Democrats introducing a plan to expand the Supreme Court to 13 justices. You know, one of the first things I've heard on this, Chris, was is that part of the new definition of infrastructure?
Yeah, well, it seems almost everything is. Renee, I got to tell you, this is going nowhere.
Doug, I'm curious, you know, so much has been said about his level of access. Can anything or has anything been done immediately to eliminate or pull back on that type of security clearance for someone at his level? And probably the less said about this one, the better. The Suns, now with their backs against the wall as a playoff series against Denver heads back to the Valley after that big, painful loss last night.
Pretty good description. Big and painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah. Punishing.
yes.
Brutal.
Right.
Disappointing.
We go up there, we get blown out. They
Yeah.
come down here, we squeak by with wins.
As a mom, and because Mother's Day is coming up, I'll say I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I mean, one of the things that's relatively interesting about when we get more and more numbers out is how uneventful some of the numbers are some days, and that's actually really good news. So we're not seeing any big swings in the numbers that we're reporting today. But if we can take this up full, I can tell you 1,918 new cases of coronavirus being reported here in Arizona.
You know, you should have put a dressing room up, Ron. I mean, I think people were skittish about
The van he had.
Yeah.
Pant exchange here.
We try.
Well, it's not quite 5 o'clock, and I was trying to think of what day it is. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. James, help me out. Thank you. I've got coffee. Ron, it'll get better.
You're turning your back on potentially up to 84 students at the same time.
And they're not always well behaved, so you got to be doing this at the same time. Is that right?
That is correct.
Hey, Celeste, Desiree, Troy, we need to keep it down back there, okay? Well, let's not tell everyone to just run out and buy up whatever house that they can. What financial position should you be in if you're really wanting to join the market as it is right now?
That's a great question, Renee. First of all,
Very interesting to see where Phoenix falls right here. Of course, be careful when joining the herd, any herd. We'll be right back. There are those things in life that are so rare to hear. And I imagine the scream of a child is one of those. Can you take us to that moment? What instincts kick in? Don't want to just kind of gloss over the impact and just the depth of what all of this means, because finding out that you have a daughter after so long and not having any idea, there's got to be missing pieces that you've missed out on her life. I mean, do you think about those things?
Oh yeah, that's what hurts me the most, to be honest. No one that I missed out a lot of her childhood. So that hurts.
Sometimes struggling even to just keep up in school, so never even dreaming about their possible future. But the Arizona Friends of Foster Care Foundation works really hard to give those kids the experiences a lot of us even take for granted. The results, they can be life-changing. All right, the Phoenix Suns hoping for the win tonight when taking on the LA Clippers, Game 2 of the playoff series. So the Suns dropping Game 1 on Sunday, losing 115 to 110. The Suns now looking to bounce back. Tip-off at Footprint Center, which can tell you 7 p.m.
Emma Arroyo just started following and just got Neil Lockhart as new friends on Instagram. Thank you, guys.
Emma said no thank you to me, but I did get Janie Galagos, Mike Ferry.
You know, Emma's more discerning.
She is very I get it, Emma. I understand. Second half of the Democratic debate taking place last night. This time, those front runners in attendance. And I was going to ask you this in Spanish as well, but I couldn't learn it quite fast enough. But besides that, who stuck out last night?
Oh, I don't think there's any question. It was a big night for Kamala Harris. She lit up.
It is tax day. That's right. The deadline to file your tax returns is today. And Desiree Flewellen joining us this morning with what you need to know just in case you waited until the very last minute, Desiree.
You are out there and you get lucky and you have a hole where you play it one under par. That's called a birdie.
I call it Saturday myself. Hey, 6:53. Let's take a look at some of your morning's headlines. Disney is recalling a plush toy doll of Forky the Spork. This character, it stole the show in Toy Story 4. So the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says that the toy's plastic googly eyes, they can detach and pose a choking hazard for kids younger than 3. So about 80,000 of those new toys have been sold at Disney stores and theme parks and online. So the agency says consumers, you got to return those products immediately. Maybe have your kid make a Forky for themselves. All right, and the horses. Taking a break at Washington State's racetrack, making room for a herd. 25 T-Rexes pushing through the gates. Can you get a good look at this? Because this is amazing. Emerald Downs Racetrack and Casino in Auburn, Washington. I think we figured out where Ron Hoon might be right now.
Yeah. My tie is not.
Ron and I, let's look, we'll help
Oh,
you.
it's over to the side.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
But put it down low so it doesn't show.
Okay. What, like, Renee,
Lower.
where?
I don't know.
About there?
Continue.
Sweet. Nice. No problems for the rest of the day. As
Look at
long as
that.
you stay buttoned up, you're fine.
That.
Wow.
Mission accomplished.
You're welcome.
Those who were just joining us, my tie was all off to the side.
Yeah, very
But
aggravating.
look at this.
Look at that.
Kind of looks like you got, I wouldn't go into a bank like that.
We begin tonight with a Fox 10 News alert. You've probably seen this if you've stepped outside recently. Live pictures from Sky Fox over a fire west of downtown.
The huge plume of smoke visible for miles. This is at a business located at 27th Avenue and Buckeye. This is a scrapyard full of used cars and car parts. And joining us now on the phone, this is kind of nice, is Renee Nelson from Fox's morning show. She happened to be in the area when the blaze broke out. Renee, what did you see?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Good to talk to you. Yeah, we're out here on scene, 27th Avenue and Van Buren. We were just happening to be downtown at the time and kind of saw this big black plume of smoke and drove towards it. And we ended up at this pull-and save that's right off of 27th. And talking to firefighters out here, they say it started at about 3 o'clock. In the area of the pull-and save where they actually stack and process these vehicles. So there's some vehicles that are up front that, you pull parts from. Say you were looking for a part from your car, you might pull it from one of these vehicles. Well, basically when that portion is done, they get moved back to this processing area that you're seeing kind of behind these concrete walls that have some of those brand names on the front of them. So that is where employees out here say that fire started. They said they haven't seen a fire out here before. They were all really scared and evacuated the area as quickly as they could. But we've been watching for the last about an hour these two, ladder trucks just dumping a ton of water from both the north and the south. Again, they said they were able to get all of their employees out of the area, but we've been watching in neighborhoods nearby, just neighbors kind of lined up along the street, taking a look at this big black plume of smoke that's been in the area for almost an hour. So it looks like they're getting a better handle on it. Of course, there's a lot of fire engines that are still arriving out here. You can imagine they're making sure that this doesn't, fire up again and give them more work to do throughout the evening.
Yeah, Renee, I was watching some videos that people had posted on social media, people that had happened to be around the area when this broke out. Are there homes close by? Does it seem to be spreading at all? Or do you think fire crews are getting a handle on this?
Well, it certainly looks like fire crews are getting a handle on it, but I will tell you that right beyond the yard itself is basically concrete walls that go all around this yard, and just to the other side, on the north side of this establishment, is in fact neighborhoods. So you see all of these houses, and like I said, we've seen neighbors that are just standing outside trying to observe, what on earth is going on and all the smoke that they're seeing in the area.
Hey, Renee, any idea on air quality issues? Any of this stuff toxic?
Well, I will tell you, we're talking about car parts. We're talking about, the things you find inside a car. I can imagine all the fluids that are in cars. But again, these are the cars, they say, that are done with pretty much their usefulness. They get crushed at this point and stacked and wait to be transferred out of the area. So the employees, at least here, telling me, and I haven't confirmed this through Phoenix Fire, but the employees saying, in fact, that is where the fire started. So in terms of air quality for us standing out here, there's a little bit of a breeze. We haven't had much problem, but it has definitely gotten better throughout this hour.
Yeah, good. Well, and we would probably have heard of evacuations of neighborhoods if they were worried about toxicity of the smoke.
Yeah, there are so many fire personnel out here, one directing traffic, really keeping everyone in these neighborhood streets completely away from this area. But also you can tell you've got Phoenix Fire Department's command response vehicle out here. They're really putting everything that they've got on this fire to get it out.
All right, Renee Nelson reporting from the scene for us. Renee, I know you didn't expect to be calling into our show, but we appreciate it.
Yeah, this isn't,
no problem, guys.
This isn't all laughs and giggles like the morning. I mean, this is, we appreciate your efforts on that. Nice work.
Yeah, a serious situation. Of course, for all the neighbors out here, they're wondering what is going on. And really, if you're commuting at this time, you probably didn't miss that big plume of black smoke in the air.
Okay, Renee Nelson, nice job. 27th Avenue and Buckeye.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, if we need Renee to go to Nightside,
I know.
it'd be great. We'd love to have her.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I know, that was awesome. Okay.